right, I'm Bob, and I'm here with... What's your name again?
My name is Ben Thomas.
Ben, you're here with Drinkbox Studios, and you just showed me Severed, which was awesome.
Thank you.
You previously made Guacamelee.
Yep.
And you're one of the artists, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what... do you do 2D animation? You did the animation yourself because you're a small team.
Yeah. So I share the animation duties with some of the other artists in the team as well. There's actually only 3 of us. And we're a 2D focused studio. That's where the basis we came from. Our first titles, About a Blob and Mutant Blob's Attack, that was a 2D based platformer, puzzle platformer. And then that evolved eventually into doing Guacamelee and exploring that style and exploring that feel. And now we're trying something slightly different with Severed, because although Severed is traditionally created using 2D assets, the way that we created it is in a 3D environment. Think of a cylinder with 2D art wrapped around it. So that's like the next venture for us. That's the next challenge for us to try to make that work and see where it'll bring us.
That's exactly how I felt when I played it. It felt like a dungeon crawler. It felt a little bit old school how it was a 3D space with 2D elements wrapped around it, kind of like around the walls and stuff. You said that you were a small team of 3. Is that the art team or is that the entire Drinkbox
That's
team?
the art team. The actual team size itself is about 13, 14 people, give or take. I think right now it's about that size, yeah. Cool.
So this is a Vita game.
Yeah.
Do you have any intentions to move it to mobile at all?
At the moment, we're PlayStation Vita exclusive. We have a really good working relationship with Sony. We want to maintain that, and for this game and for its concept and what we're trying to do with it, the Vita was like a perfect fit for it. As far as other platforms, it all depends on how well it does, and what kind of opportunities the success of this game, what kind of doors it would open for us in the future. So ideally, we would love to see it on other platforms as well.
Do you think that it might have an issue going to mobile because of the analog stick? Or do you guys think that you would have ways to, remedy that?
I mean, if we found the time and the opportunities to make that happen, we would make it happen. We would find a way to get the controls that are currently mapped in a very specific way for the Vita, have that work. For example, we would rejig it, rebuild it a little bit for iOS or even the 3DS, maybe.
Ooh, that would be really cool. That's my jam.
Nothing definitive, but I mean, like that would be wonderful, right? If we can get that on other gesture-based mobile platforms.
Your previous title, Guacamelee, that is pretty much like one of the best titles that everybody talks about for the Vita. So this was the best I've seen anybody use a mix of touchscreen and analog sticks.
Right.
Is that exactly what you were going for with this game, or did you? Is that what you had in mind when you built this game, or did you have a story in mind and then you built around it? How did you start making this game?
The development of the game, I think, started... We were doing some internal game jams of just sort of loose concepts and broad ideas, and we had one that was a first-person sword fighting, defend attacking enemies sort of game. And we liked that idea. We didn't exactly nail it in the game jam. It was a very sort of quick thing, but we saw that it had potential. So we started to iterate on it and develop it. And I think over time, organically, we came to realize that the Vita is probably the best fit for this type of game.
So that's awesome. Is it out right now?
It is not out. It's currently in production, but it's actually probably going to be out sooner than people would expect. We're aiming to a midsummer to late summer release, but we don't have any dates nailed down yet.
All right, cool. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was Severed for Vita.
A game like Child of Light has everything that it needs to be thrown into the indie game category if you just look at it. It's a super artsy side-scroller, and it's a digital download, but it was developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft. You can't get any less indie than that.